What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to MapleStory 2, a title that I don't think needs an introduction. This is obviously the follow-up to the very popular MapleStory. However, as opposed to being a 2D side-scroller, this one is a full 3D isometric MMO, and one of the few new MMOs to come to the Western Shores this year, so I figure why not? I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the game and see what it's all about, and you can do exactly the same thing as of today because this game is 100% free to play on Steam. So what do you got to lose? A new MMO doesn't come out every day anymore. It used to, but not anymore. So here is MapleStory 2, and I gotta be honest, when I first saw the graphics, when I first saw like the trailers of the game, I was not hyped for this game at all. And I think what you have to do when you kind of look at this game, if you're in the same camp as I was, you have to kind of change your expectation a little bit. This game is not going to be the next Black Desert Online or Final Fantasy or even the next World of Warcraft. This game is the next MapleStory. And if you kind of go into this game with that kind of mindset, I think you're going to have a much better time with that expectation. So here's my character right here. She's a knight. She's obviously a cutie, as you guys can see. Look at that. I'll show you a few of my moves here. We'll zoom back out. I'm using an Xbox controller, and it's actually one of the better MMOs that I've seen when it comes to functionality with the Xbox controller. Just like right off the bat, you don't really have to do any setup at all. All of the moves are assigned to triggers. So I have left trigger, I have right trigger, and also have left button here. And those are all of the keys that you can assign your buttons and attacks on. So it actually works out pretty well. I have a spin to win to attack right here. I got a little light sword attack. Now, one thing I would recommend as soon as you start playing the game is to turn the voices down a little bit because they will spam their battle cry over and over and over and over, and it gets a little annoying, let me be honest. One thing that I was actually quite impressed with when I jumped into the game is that the combat is actually a lot more meaty than I expected it to be. I don't know, when I saw the game, I just didn't expect combat to be very good. Now, it is quite spammy. You're going to be using the same ability over and over and over. As you guys can see right now, I'm holding one button down. I'm just holding Y down, doing the spin to win to kind of AoE these boars down. So it is quite spammy, but the combat is actually pretty impactful and quite meaty. I was also very impressed with the dungeons as well. So I'm actually going to jump into a dungeon in this video because considering that this is like an MMO, it's going to be really hard for me to give you like an accurate first impression of a game that's going to be this large. You know what I mean? There's just no way. So if I do continue to keep playing this game, I'll show you more of the content as we go along. But as you can see right here, I jumped into a dungeon queue right here. So I'm just going to jump over into this dungeon here. Instantly match made with other players that are within my level. I just did a random dungeon, so I don't care what we do. We're just going to jump right in here and see what it's all about. Weed the toxic plants. So here we are in a dungeon. Now this game is normally very bright and colorful, but this is like, oh wait a minute, should I have grabbed one of those, what'd you grab over here? I want whatever this is. Pick up, oh, a flamethrower. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, this game kind of sets itself apart already. How do I use my flamethrower? There we go. Ah, there's only one shot? Come on, MapleStory 2. I was trying to put in a good word for you. So we're just gonna head and DPS this down. Here comes my team. Down goes the toxic weeds. Oh, and oh, look at this. The world becomes anew as you kill the toxic plants. Very nice, very nice. Now, I really like the verticality in this game as well. So a lot of the dungeons have, you know, places where you climb up, places that you go down, places where the environment falls apart. It does a really good job of using the environment to kind of making the dungeons more than just kind of a slog. Just AoE these little toxic mushrooms down. Now, if you guys are curious, I am on the American West server, so if you want to join me there, my name is FG3000, as you guys can plainly see. Now, as another thing that I have to give a kind of a criticism on is that, and this might be super early. It could absolutely be super early, but everything feels very spammy. Like, you really kind of do the same moves over and over and over, and that's even more evident when you're in a dungeon. It's like, it's so hard to see what's going on because everyone's just doing their AoE spam, and I don't blame them. That's like the best thing to do. So I'm just gonna kind of go right here in the center and just AoE spam everything. Now, I am a knight, so that might have, oh, I'm actually dying. Oh, FG's right here in my face. I'm getting told off. I still got it done though. The AoE spam still worked. There we go. Garden's looking better and better. Now where do we go? Some more toxic plants over here. And I'm gonna be stuck down here. Do it without the tank, everybody, because I am terrible and I don't know how to get myself up here. Why can't I get up here? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to edit this out. No one's gonna see that nonsense. Let's try to get out of the red there. AoE spam this. Use my light sword. I also have like a little dashing shoulder attack there, as you guys can see. So combat, like I said, a lot better than I thought it'd be, for sure. Alright, so here is the boss, I believe. He's the source of the corruption, so let's go ahead and jump on over there and see what we can do. I'm gonna get behind him, even though I'm a tank. Go ahead and pop my AoE shield, so anybody that's near me, they get a little defense boost here. I'm gonna switch to AoE because there's some ads over here. I don't even have to move, my AoE is that big. Kappa. Alright. Switch back to single target DPS. My light attack. Switch back to AoE. Oh, it's gotten a little bit bigger. And here's what I was kind of talking about earlier. It's just like a mess of AoE. I'm actually dying. I'm actually dying. Let me pop a potion here. I was probably standing in something I didn't need to. I'm gonna back off just a little bit, regain my health, and come back in. And down this plant goes. Weed killer. Got myself a trophy. Ah, I missed the smell. And here we go. We have made everything bright and beautiful once again. Look at that. My frames dropped down to 15 frames per second after that. Oh my god. Don't let the graphics fool you, ladies and gentlemen. There are certain places in the game where your FPS will drop dramatically. So that's that. Let's go ahead and jump on my mount here. Get this mouse out of the way. Let's try that one more time. My mouse is in the way. So here's the mount that you get for free in the beginning. It's a duck. You ride on the top of a duck. And once again, this game is not trying to be the next Black Desert Online, Final Fantasy, or World of Warcraft. It is just trying to be the next MapleStory. And even though it is a dramatic shift in the perspective, a dramatic shift in kind of how the game flows, I think it's actually kind of a cute experience, I guess. Now, I don't know how much fun the game is going to be long term, but I think this is just one of those instances where you just have to just go into the game and just try it for yourself. Don't judge it by screenshots and don't judge it by video. Just play it yourself and give it a try. You might actually be very impressed. Like, look at this house. This is a pretty cool house, I must say. And I'm one of the people that looked at the graphics in the beginning that was not a real fan of the design. And even if you're not, you have to admit the way that they kind of pull off everything. It's actually pretty good looking. I must admit. I must admit. Hey, what are you guys doing? I'm on the story right now. So there's a main epic storyline quest as well, along with dungeons, there's housing, there's mini games, there's an open world to explore. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this game. There's a clothing system as well. So as you guys can see, this is my character. Hey, can I? Aw, man. I'm trying to show some stuff off. I'm gonna try to skip this. I don't want no spoilers in the story. Well, actually, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Get his quest. Just spamming X right here to kind of flow through this. Take a teleport to this other little area. Darkwind headquarters. There we go. So here's my character. Like I said, easily I can just jump over, hit my right digital pad to bring up my inventory, left to bring up my little my screen here with my gear. Now I also like to use my mouse and my Xbox controller together. So you can also have an outfit that overrides your gear. So it's like a transmog system, but it's like on the fly. You don't have to go to a certain NPC or anything like that. Everything that you put on your outfit will actually show on your character and supersede what you're wearing as far as armor. But I kind of like the way my armor looks. Everything that I've picked up so far in the game has actually showed up on my character. So I'm just gonna rock the armor for right now. So that is that. Let's do one more quest here. I'm actually still in my party. How do I get out of this party? Let me out of this party. Hopefully they don't have like voice chat enabled or anything like that. All right, take these quests. Speak to Val in the Oasis town. All right, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. That'll be the last thing we do in this video. Just kind of explain. This guy has a beanie on. There's a massive cash shop with all kinds of gear and outfits and things of that nature. But like I said, just due to the nature of an MMO, there's just no way I'm gonna be able to show you everything in a first impressions video. So you're probably better off just download the game yourself, give it a try. You might be very impressed. Look at this town. Am I just like really large, or is all the buildings really small? I don't even know the scale of what this game is supposed to like be. But everything is quite weird when it comes to that. Loading times are often, but they're pretty quick. All right, what's dinging? Something like dinging in my face is asking me to click on something. Oh, here's some housing plots, I think. Let's keep on traveling around, just kind of giving you a preview of the open world where you'll be kind of spending a lot of your time traversing, going from quest hub to quest hub. Here she is. Here's the NPC we're looking for. Do you have anything fun for me to do? Gave me a new helmet that I don't want. All right, search the toxic garden. That's the that is the dungeon that I just ran. So I'm gonna do that again, not here on this video. But like I said, go ahead and give the game a try. Like I said, it is free on Steam, 100% free to play as of today. MapleStory 2, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is FJ3000. I'm gonna put a little bit more time in this game to decide if it's gonna be something that I kind of play on the side. Because like I said, there's no MMOs out there. There's no new MMOs that have been released since Revelation Online. I think that was like the last MMO that was released that was new. I think, yes. So yeah, you got nothing to lose. Anyway, I'm out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.